Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and you are doing well and enjoying your time in gaining some good knowledge, right? Children, we learned 4 properties of metals in our earlier video. Can you name them? It is metallic luster, hard, malleable, and ductile. These were the 4 properties which we learned in our earlier video. Today we are going to discuss the another physical property of metal, that is good conductors of heat, good conductors of electricity, and sonorous. So first we'll see the good conductors of heat. Now children, metal utensils are used for cooking, aren't they? Why do you take these for? It is for cooking purpose, right? So which energy do we need to cook food? It is heat energy. As you can see also on the screen that we need heat energy to cook food, and metal utensils are good conductors of heat. They help transfer heat evenly through the entire surface and provide even heating. And no doubt most metals are good conductors of heat. So as you can see also here that heat can travel through an iron, and how it spreads evenly, it is spreading. So the best conductors of heat is silver and copper, and the poor conductors, that is, they are lead and mercury. So they are considered as a poor conductor, or you can say the bad conductors of heat, right? So we will see how scientifically, it is shown that it is a good conductor of heat. So the metals are good conductors as they have an atoms inside them and lot of free electrons. Now what are atoms? Atoms are nothing but the smallest particle of an element, right? So these free electrons can move around and vibrate. The heat energy is passed on by neighboring particles vibrating along the metal. So when we talk about the free electrons and all, so any electrons that is not attached in an ion atom or a molecules, or we can say they are free to move. So these free electrons, they can move easily around and they vibrate. So vibration is nothing but they are transferring their heat energy to the another particle by vibrate is something like shaking. All right. So these particles vibrating along with the metal. How we say along with the metal? Because we take an example of a water. Like if you want to boil a water, what we do, we take a utensil and we pour a water, and after lighting up on the gas, the burners, we see that how the water bubbles, the bubbles are coming after some time. So these bubbles are nothing but the heat energy is passed on by to the neighboring particles, the other particles, and the atoms are moving freely over there, which is inside it, right? So that is why it is considered as a good conductors of heat. So metals are the good conductors of heat. All right. So children, the another property is good conductors of electricity. So the metals are good conductors of electricity because they allow an electric current to pass through them easily, and this is why electricity is transmitted from one point to another through metal wires like those of copper or aluminium. Silver is the best conductor of electricity, the next is copper, and then the aluminium. Alright, so children, when we talk about the electric wires, so electric wire are also made up of metals. Why is it that? Because they are also considered as a good conductor of electricity. So, and these wires of the electric wire, they are coated with a rubber like material, and these rubber like material act as an insulator which protect us from being electrocuted if we touch the wire by mistake. When I say electrocuted is something by mistake if we touch it and we get a shock or some current we get, right? So that is electrocuted. So I'll be telling you what conductors and insulators are. But first, if you can see down, I have mentioned in the red with the red color that we cannot touch or use use nylon or jute ropes for electric transmission, because nylon and jute are bad conductors of electricity because they started burning, right? So it is considered as a bad conductor of electricity. Conductors, like I said, they are the material which allows electric current to pass through it. You can see also on the screen that copper, aluminium, steel, they act as a conductor here. Insulator, that is a material which is not allow electric current to pass through it, or you can say it's like the protective coating on wires. That's what I've told you. You can see also plastic, rubber, glass considered as an insulators, right? Okay children, the another property which we have is sonorous. So what is sonorous? Say for example, what happen like if you strike a metal or utensils against the sink or something fallen down, right? You must have heard some sound which is coming to you. Yes or no? So a sound which is produced by a metal is called as a sonority or a sonorous. So we call metals are sonorous because they produce sound when hit against a hard surface. And as you can see also there on the screen that this property refers to the sound which makes a metal to sound when they are hit to a hard surface, and metals make a ringing sound when they struck. So when we are saying the ringing sound, it's like you must have also heard the bell, school bell, right? Or the bells in the church. They all are made up of metals. So with this we completed our physical properties of metals. Now we will quickly recap all the properties which we have learned. They are first is they are solids. Metals are solids except mercury. Mercury is liquid at room temperature. Then metals are hard except lithium, potassium, sodium. Sodium, it can be cut with the knife. Metals, third is metals have metallic luster, they shine. Fourth, metals are malleable. It means it can be beaten into thin sheets. Then number 5 is metals are ductile. It can be drawn into wires. 6, metals are good conductors of heat. The best conductors, like I told you, silver and copper. Poor conductors are lead and mercury. Then metals are good conductors of electricity. They are the best conductors are silver and copper. And the last is metals are sonorous. They produce sound when beaten, right children? So these are the physical properties of metal. So on the basis of this physical properties of metals, I made few questions for you all so that you can answer these questions, filling the blanks, choose the correct options like I am giving in the earlier videos, right? So all these answers you have to write it down in your notebook. Okay, this is the match the column. I have taken all the properties in this. Okay, so you have to match the columns, then answer the following questions. You have to define, you have to explain. Okay children, so in this video we discuss the physical properties of metals, and we will be talking the non-metals in our next video.